back. The passing of Supreme Court Justice Scalia really could change the outcome of two important Texas cases that are before the High Court dealing with abortion and affirmative action. Appellate lawyer Chad Ruback joins us to talk about what's next. Thank you so much for being here. These are two Texas cases before the Supreme Court, but really both could impact the whole country when it comes to abortion and affirmative action, right? Definitely.
Certainly.
So let's talk about the abortion one first. Many are calling this the biggest abortion case in the last decade. It comes from Texas, a law here requiring doctors who perform abortions to have local hospital admitting privileges and also to operate clinics like outpatient surgical centers. So a lot of the clinics that provided abortions have closed since this went into law. Scalia was widely expected to provide a fifth vote to uphold such restrictions. So without Scalia now, what do you think is going to happen with this vote? And are they going to do the vote? Could they postpone it?
I think they're going to have to postpone it. Without Scalia, it looks like it's going to be a 4-4 tie decision. The Supreme Court loathes ties. Ties don't provide guidance to the lower courts.
With the justices split 4-4, I mean, is this kind of a sign of things to come or no? Just on the abortion case, you think?
It's nothing new for there to be a close call on abortion. What's going to be the game changer is who replaces Scalia. Is President Obama going to get an appointment in there, or might it wait for a President Cruz, a President Trump, or a new President Clinton?
Right. So Obama could try to put someone in there, and then we never know what the senators are going to do with
He
that.
certainly will try.
He certainly will try. So we're not exactly sure what's going to happen with that. You think it's going to be postponed, though, because it looks like it would definitely be a tie. Let's talk about the affirmative action case. This is where there's not going to be a tie. We're not exactly sure how the justices are going to rule on this one, right?
There would not be a tie. Justice Kagan in that case has already recused herself.
Right.
She played a role in the lower court case before she was on the Supreme Court. So right now, without Scalia, there is no chance for a tie. There are only 7 judges on the case. There might have been a tie otherwise.
Right.
That all being said, unlike abortion, with affirmative action, most of the judges haven't indicated which way they're going to go. With affirmative action, we just don't know.
We just don't know. And this, of course, is the case of Abigail Fisher, a white woman who filed a lawsuit against the University of Texas saying that she was discriminated against because of her race. This could end affirmative action all across the country, right? I mean, it's that big of a case.
Absolutely could.
Do you think this could be put on hold?
I don't think so. Reason being, as we said earlier, the Supreme Court hates ties. With Justice Kagan out and now Justice Scalia having passed on, there could not be a tie here. There's 7 judges now, and there might have been a tie before Justice Scalia's passing.
Yeah, so some are saying that with only 7 hearing the case, that it could be like a 3 liberal, 3 conservative justices, so 3 and 3, and then Kennedy could be like that swing vote. So there could be a swing vote there.
Quite possibly.
Right. Scalia, one of the strongest voices on the court opposing race-conscious admissions, that faced a lot of criticism, recently made a statement saying that he didn't believe that some students belonged at some of the elite universities. I know a lot of schools are watching this case. I know Harvard, for example, they have a somewhat similar case against them. Watching this case very closely to see exactly what's going to happen.
As you might recall, the Supreme Court has already considered this affirmative action case once before, and they punted it. They kicked the can back to the Court of Appeals for more consideration.
What will it mean if the court flips to a liberal majority?
It's going to be a game changer on all sorts of cases, not just these two.
Right.
It's going to be a game changer for our whole generation.
Yeah, you said it's like playing chess.
It is indeed.
It's
tough to figure out if you put this player in, how's that going to impact the other player? Our case is going to go forward, are they not?
Right.
We don't know what President Obama is going to do, who he's going to appoint. We can predict things, but we need to predict 6 games down the road, and that's really tough to do.
That is really tough to do. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Lauren.
Coming up here on Good Day, the trial's underway for a car